Shalom. This is Denzel here on the homestead again. I'm just down here on one side of the land, deep inside places that I've actually not visited frequently. But giving a walk through what it looks like, me and the dogs are down here. Sometime we'll see what we can forage, but it's quite slopey. Anything is there to forage right there. Nope. We have a lot of fruity down this side. So this one of my dog here had surgery, so he had to wear the cone. So he had to go in the cone for him to not to lick his wound. That's a homemade cone, by the way. I just used a flower pot and made a cone to keep his head in. So this is raw footage. Walking through. One thing you meet upon in this place when you go through like the forest here, you see a lot of spiders. You know, of course, this is tropical island. So a lot of cocoa plants. You see even the cocoa fruit up there that makes the chocolate. We got quite a bit of them here. A lot of them, we're not harvesting those. Sometimes they just go ripe and spoil. We're not really harvesting those. Because if people can harvest them and make your own, but this is one of the trees. This is one of this one that has been ripened and spoiled and rat has eaten it. But more or less, quite a bit of cocoa plant is in this part of the land. And I'm still trying to figure my way around it because I haven't really walked the entire property since we moved here, going on 3 years now. It's quite a lot of land and some of it has some hilly terrain. So I have not even attempted to go through. I haven't even attempted to go through some of it as yet. So this is what the cocoa pod look like. This is a young one. That's a cocoa pod. This is what I call it's still young, so till it turns into orange yellowish looking when it's ready to harvest. And the nectar on the fruit is pretty sweet, so you can tend to break it and have it as a licorice, like, you know. So we have quite a bit of these pods, these plants here, right? And most of the time I go to waste, we haven't had a chance to even clean up this side of the property. It's not the easiest terrain, so I kind of leaving this side forested to be candid, you know, hold the land. So it's a lot of walk through. So me and the dogs are here, stretching our legs, going through the tracks. Making our way through. So you see my 4 dogs. Down here is pretty much cooler than the top. Lots of covering from the plants, from the trees and stuff. One thing we have to look out for in these in this wild part of the land is like wasp, right? There tend to be wasp nest, right? The hornet. Not that those anything crazy, but you definitely do get allergic reaction if bitten by any of them. swollen, lasts for a few days, then it recedes. So it's not a pleasant feeling to be bitten by one. I've been bitten by multiple ever since we were growing up anyways. But it's never a welcome sight to be bitten by these wasps. So I try to be as careful as possible to go through. So this is what we are talking about. I mean, if I was to clear this land, it would be a beautiful view over that end for us to see. But not too much desire to cut down too much of it yet. Don't have the manpower. And that's why we talk about unity with brethren and families, where we can work for a common goal. Not everybody's gonna have property or so-called own property, but it would be nice if we can work together in one accord and plant food and do business and raise our families together. So here's another one of the cocoa pods. This one is still pretty young. If I see any that is in it, it's not the time of year for them yet, so we may not see one in its full harvest time. If you check my channel, you will see I've done a short posting of me having one, of these fruits in one of my shorts. But yeah, I've had that guy did some work for me on this side, actually undercut some of these trees here, but it's started to overgrow again because I want to forest a lot of these large trees, but I didn't bother. It's just too much, very time consuming, and I wouldn't have the resources to get it done. Plant up some trees here and some fruit trees and stuff, and some, probably some staple crops, citrus. But yeah, be the glory. Yeah, be the glory. We're just taking it one step at a time, because we don't have all that it takes to really work all this land. It takes quite a bit of families to get it done. If you notice beyond the hill there, if you see the scape, you would see the beautiful view of the mountain scape. But our homestead is almost like on a low-rise mount on the top, like a plateau type of thing, and we're surrounded by other mounts, like a bit higher mounts right around us. So I do believe that the Most High kind of kept us here. In the tropical islands you get hurricanes and storms and such delights, and with all these mountains help to break the wind from off our homestead. So even though we are on a mountain, it was almost like we're in a valley in a mountain, or a mountain valley, if there's such a thing. So walking through the homestead in the raw land, that's what raw land is about. It's quite a bit of work. It's this is a tree, a plant. It's a type of palm, right? People don't like them here, but it's a palm that bears. I think this is also chainy root. This thing, I think this is chainy root here that you can dig for herbal medicine. But this is a plant. So I'll show you one of the larger trees when I get up the top. But this is a plant, it's a type of palm that bears a pod in it, like a coconut, but it's a small one, right? Like about maximum about 2 inches in diameter. And if you should break it, it's a hard casing. So the casing of it is pretty hard. You have to use like a nut cracker or a hard thing to crack it and get the jelly or the nut inside. And it's very tasty. It's like a miniature coconut. But sometimes we cut them here because we don't want the land to be overgrown with so much of them, because they have some sharp spine on them. that really pierce the skin if you by not knowing walk into it. So yeah, I mean, and we got a lot of stuff we can forage from our land, right? Because as you see, we can forage the land. This now is this vine is like food, right? It's like called a root vegetable, we call it yam. You find them out in Africa as well. So they grow wild here on the land. So we just chase the vine where it starts from, and then in harvest time we're able to harvest it because the fruit is on the ground. So how do we know when it's time to harvest? It's time to harvest when you see all the leaves are dried off and the vine itself is dried up, right? And then you can know where it is. Sometimes you have to check it and look for it carefully if you don't remember where it is. You know, so on this land there's quite a bit of harvesting that can take place. Now, foraging to know what to eat, what is medicine. You know, because a lot of stuff here are medicine in the bush. I don't know all, I just know a small amount. You know, these are all medicine bush. This one, medicine bush. They are for different purposes. Even this here is used for medicinal purposes, healing purposes. And some medicinal bushes not necessarily for oral consumption, but in other ways applied to the outer part of the body, steam bath, different ways we use them. So here again is another yam vine. So you see, so if we follow this now, we see where it is. So when harvest time comes and the vine is dried down, we know where to find it. So see here, see, right there. Here's the vine. You see? So this is it. So it's here. So when harvest time comes, we'll know where to look for it and to get food. And the other beauty I like about those type of vines is that it stores itself. It's almost like a self-storage container of the earth. So year over year, you will be able to, it grows and it dries down and it regrows and it's there, right? So I'm going up, these are all slope. I mean, you may not be able to see the depth of the slope, but it's, because this is just like a two-dimensional camera, but it's really steep because you have to take your time, walk over it. Being that I'm no fitness expert myself, but I try to go through. My dog tend to be good company to keep me when I'm going through the forest here. So as we get a little bit of a higher slope, we can start to see. And this obviously, this is a mango tree. So just a walk through the land, mangoes, it's blossoming there. You know, they bear roughly around 2 times per year, and hundreds, if not thousands of mangoes on each tree for a season. So sometimes we have an overwhelming amount of fruit we can't even eat. The giveaway we do, right? We don't even have the amount of mouths to eat all these fruits when they come into fruition. So you see, it's an interesting thing to have land to plant, you know. I don't know, that snake something bit it. I don't know. So there are mango trees. They are blossoming right now, possibly for the November season. See those? There's a yellowish looking thing on top, right? So we live all the way up, roughly approximately about 200 feet above sea level. If you look way in the back there between those two brushes, between that little passageway, that's the sea. We're looking at this side from this angle. Beautiful view though. Yeah. So just taking a stroll through the land with you. Can I show you? There's a plant I want to show you. Where is it? The plant I wanted to show you. It's a herbal plant. I think the goats may have had it. I don't see. Look at the eat it off. But if I see another one, I'll show you. I think I have one of that in my shorts as well that I showed, but I will show you again. So you're in the tropics, you know, lot of brushes on the land, shrubs and stuff. So bamboo have lots of uses, you know, make furniture and all different things. And funny, we bought a couple sheet sets, you know, made of bamboo fiber, you know, more like an organic type of sheet. We bought it overseas, made of bamboo fiber. So they use a lot of things to make from bamboo right now. So I don't think we have used that sheet set as yet. I need to ask my wife where it is. I don't know if she'll use it yet. Bought a few of them. So here you can see the panoramic view. It is just beautiful. It's just breathtaking. You know, sitting down here probably on a bench and the meadow down here. I'm just looking across the mountain, just relaxing and meditating on the Most High, and just having a time of separation unto Abba. You know, so you can see we are surrounded by mountains. And you can see that bird flying in the background if you can. So that's it, the view. And of course, these are my goats. They heard me coming and started to fuss. There's my goat. This is one. She's expecting to have a baby in the next couple of months. And that's the baby goat, and that's the billy goat. Fussy, he fuss all the time. It's like a big baby, that billy goat. So, yeah, I mean, what more can you say about let Yah be praised? You know, I won't take it any further down because it's a lot of land and I get exhausted by just traversing the entire strip of this land. So I'm going to take a sit right here in this, on this bamboo leaves. Nice cool spot where I can sit down. Move. Stay away. Move. Lay down. These dogs like to come too close. I don't want to come too close. Hey! So this is a live walkthrough of some of the property. I tell you, I haven't been through probably, I would say probably about close to 2/3 of the property I have not seen yet. I have not really seen yet. I don't know what's beyond there. I don't know if there are hidden treasures. I don't know if there are more trees that I haven't discovered yet. I don't know, man, because these lands were, lots of farming was happening in these lands back in the day. Move. So you can imagine the older folks used to plant these, you know. Now for us now who are here, and because we do multiple things here in the homestead, we're involved in different things, it's kind of difficult to get all out on farming because we do not have all that resources. Now, you know, my son is pretty a baby, or my daughter, and so it's gonna be basically just me and probably a sit down, a workman here or there. But I want to just give you a quick walkthrough of what things look like. And just taking in that view, man. Just taking in that view, it's a beautiful view. It's a nice panoramic view. You know, mountains. here in the lower range of the Blue Mountain Range, you know. And we got a lot of wildlife here, like birds, different endemic species up here, you know. So it's also good for bird watching as well. For those who have good desire to see the different endemic birds, like the streamer tail, right? The white crowned pigeons, the flycatcher, right? The tomfool, right? The Jamaican toady. I've seen a Jamaican toady here still, but for different aspect of the area, I imagine they are, you know. The woodpecker, the yellow-billed parrot, the weeping dove, quite a bit of endemic birds. Quite a bit of birds here in the morning time, you can hear them making noise all over. I mean, we live in nature, we live amongst the nature. How good it is. I'll end this broadcast, not making it too long, so stay safe. Keep on plugging away wherever you are, in faith, in prayer, in supplication, keeping up the hard work and smart work. So, let's see. Until Yah leads another time, I may be able to do another live walk through, depending. And so, see you soon. Shalom. Peace out.